YouTube there, what's up guys? I'm just doing some Blender stuff. I don't know if you know what it is, and I do apologize for any lag that might occur. So what I'm going to be doing this time, well, now on Blender, is I'm just going to be doing a bit of freestyle stuff on it. And for those of you who don't know what Blender is just sort of a 3D animation program. And I'm using screencast software so I can move this around and all that. So just set that back somewhere. I'm not very good at doing any of this recording on my screen stuff, but anyway, it probably won't come out so clean because I'm using this software, omatic, and it's on the internet, like literally. So yeah, so I apologize for any lag. And what I'm also going to be doing is just talking about just things that I might be doing or stopping. So what I'm going to do is also I'm actually going to stop the blogs that I was doing, and I'm not going to do them anymore. So sorry if any of you are actually enjoying them. But what I am going to do is I'm going to do some Blender stuff. This is Blender 2.67, not the latest version I believe, so I'm sorry if you're looking for Blender 2.68 stuff. And I also want to get ZBrush eventually, but it costs a lot. Like, I think it costs like $700 for those of you who are also looking for it on Pixelgram or whatever it was. And so what I might do is just find out if I can find out where I think it's in this, so I just press N to get that up. There's one where you can do this thing where it shows your thing in this corner here, what you're doing and everything, so that you guys just know what I'm doing basically if I don't say anything. And I'm running out of breath. I'm just looking for the one that says like start or whatever. So if you see it and then don't tell me, I'll kill you. It wouldn't be in there, and I'm going off screen for a bit here. There's just a few more tabs. There's the particles tab, and then the physics tab, and then there's constraints, the what's the name tab? I don't know, object data, which is also a good tab. Then there's the materials tab. There's the object tab, I believe it is. Yep. The world tab. Yep. And there's the scene tab. Maybe it'll be in world. I have no idea what I'm looking for exactly. I don't know, maybe it's something to be applied or whatever, so maybe I'll just tell you what I'm pressing as I go. So, sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do. So, yeah. Anyway, so what I'm going to be doing this time is I'm going to be just doing some freestyle stuff as I talk about this, and I've only got really 15 minutes to record, so I might do some other parts, whatever, because it only allows me 15 minutes. We're at 4 minutes now, I think. So I don't know. I'll be looking for fraps or whatever. I think it is. Yeah, fraps just to record on. Sorry, moving everything. So anyway, you just use the middle mouse button to scroll in and out. So you scroll in to scroll in, scroll out, and then you press down the middle mouse button, and then you can rotate like that. And if you hold shift and press the middle mouse button, you pan. Okay, so then this is your default cube, and this is a lamp, and if I just actually sort of share, toggle quad view. What does this do? That's a view shortcut. I don't think that's, no. Anyway, so this is a lamp, and you can go here and then see the lamp is selected, and then that's the cube there. Sorry, I'm just wobbling my screen a bit. You don't know, but anyway, there's a camera as well. So if you go to the view from the camera, see this is the camera view. You can go G for grab or whatever, and there's different axes. That's what they're called, and there's a Z, a Y, and I'll just left click to cancel the movement. There's the Z axis, which is this blue line here, the Y axis, which is the green, and then there's the X axis, which is the red. And you can, if you go G, and then if you press X, you'll go on that axis. And if you go R, X, you'll go on that axis when you rotate. Which R is rotate, it's a shortcut. And I would be using the numpads for the views, but this is my school computer, and because the school that I go to gives you a computer for all the years that you're there. But you need a numpad, which this computer doesn't have, because if you just press the top one, if you go into edit mode, which is tab, or you can go down here and go object mode, edit mode, and then if you press that, it'll change the sort of number of cuts or whatever it is. You can't see it. I don't know why it's not working, but that's what it does. If I go out of that, it'll go 1, and that'll all it'll do. But I can, if I switch, this is perspective view, so you can see there, perspective view. It's a lamp. This is your 3D cursor, this red and white and black thing there, sort of like a thing of Call of Duty, that shows you where you're shooting at, but this is a 3D cursor, so things come there. So if we just go X and delete, that's what X is short for. As you can see, that's right in the middle there. It's this grid here. This grid is sort of where you make everything. And if we add a mesh just there, or Control A, I believe. Let's say Control A. No, that's apply location, which we won't talk about. If I think Shift A, yeah, Shift A, and then you can add another cube, and that's where it'll go. Whereas if you do here, and then you go Shift A and add a cube, that's where it'll appear. So I'll just delete that, and then we can go Shift S, cursor to center, and then we'll just go in the center again. So that's what this episode is basically going to be covering, Blender. And then I'll do other stuff. So if we go into edit mode, right, you can grab vertices. So at the moment I've got that one. You can drag it that way. We can just go G, or we can simply left click and drag, and then left click again to cancel the transformation, like that. Or you can right click to keep it that way. And then if you decide, no, I don't want to do that, then you can just go Control Z. And then it'll cancel, it'll undo what you last did. You can also, if you hold Shift, so just A to deselect all, it's also A to select all. And if I select that one, holding nothing but the left click one, and just tap the left click, then you'll select it. And if I hold Shift and then select that one, then I've got both of them. So, I select both of them. And it's left click to transfer the transformation again. And then you can just G for grab normally, and you can see it glitches out a bit like that, but that's okay. It's not really meant to be doing that. Well, it's meant to do that, but you're not really meant to sculpt like that, just so you know. And if you press scale, you can scale up and down and everywhere, and you can left click cancel the transformation, or right click to keep it that way. So I've only got about 6 minutes to just show you all. You can scale on the Z-axis, which will basically do nothing here. You can scale on the X-axis, which will just do that. And you can do that. You can scale on the Y-axis, which will also do nothing. And also what you can do is you hold Shift and select all those. You can move it all out and everything. But you can also, if you press E, you can extrude it out, and left click the cancel, and then you can just extrude it out again, and then scale it down if you want, and just do whatever, you know. Blender is a very free program, and it is free in real life. It doesn't cost anything. Blender is absolutely free, completely. And you can sort of just do whatever on it, and do as you please, really. So what I'm going to do now is, with the last 5 minutes, I'm just going to switch to orthographic view, and then just go to front view. And orthographic is where, so this is orthographic, and then if I switch to perspective, you can see all that, and if you go wireframe, you can see all that, whereas if I go into perspective, then it's a lot sort of easier to model things. If I go left, I can rotate, and that'll rotate on the x-axis automatically, because that's the only one you can use because you're in exactly the left view. And then you can also pan out again, and it'll look very different. And also Z is for wireframe, so you can go in and out. And if you go back into left view, you can just sort of, I think that was right view, you can just sort of play around, do whatever you want, really. Blender, you can create anything. It's difficult at first. I mean, I don't even know everything about it. You might be thinking like, oh, this man's going to teach us everything about Blender. It's an awesome program, blah, blah, blah. And also, I don't know how to paste links in description. Oh, wait, maybe I do. I don't know. I'll paste the link to download Blender in the description. So you can get Blender, and then you can follow or whatever I'm doing. I'm not really sure. So just E, extrude, blah, 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 scale on the Z-axis if you want, and then it'll only scale on the Z-axis. And it'll be the same width, or whatever. So, see, like that. And you can scale on the X-axis, and it'll be the same on the Y-axis, whereas if you just scale on all of them, it'll scale it all down. So left click to cancel that again. I'm not really sure what I'm creating. I'm just sort of showing you all what Blender is, and essentially it's an awesome program. I just have to say that. That's all I have to say about it. It's just wicked. I love the program. I fell absolutely, into it. I've created so many awesome things with it, just you wouldn't believe. And I'll show you in the last few minutes, so I'm not going to save this. But you can absolutely, if you want. If you've got Blender already, then good. It's very good to get into the whole animation perspective mind thing or whatever. It's very good. And, well, I've only got about 2 minutes to show you, so I'm just going to go File and Open. I'm not saving this because I don't need to. I want to. And sorry, my Blender is really slow when it comes to doing this stuff. I'll just show you my dinosaur that I have made. Sorry, I'm just sort of giving him some bone structure now, so it controls him. As I say, it's an animation program. But what I'll do is I'll just turn off X-ray on the bones like that, and you'll still be able to see some of it because some of it's sticking out or whatever. But this is essentially my, well, it's actually a Deinonychus because velociraptors were really small and had feathers and whatnot. But this, what most people would call a velociraptor, and I think it's pretty good. I learned it from, I'm so sorry, whoever made this raptor. If you ever watch this, because I learned the tutorial from you, but some of it's sort of my part, I guess. I added these feathers or whatever, and I added the top rope teeth. It's not very good. It's not a complete finish of design or whatever, but anyway, I've only got a few seconds. I hope you enjoyed this sort of getting back to me, and yeah, see you. Bye. Boopity boopity. do.